hear me, please type in that you can hear me.
Nobody said they could hear us yet.
Hello. Welcome. Can you hear me? Heather Hopper, can you hear me? Happy Halloween. Anita, can you hear me? Heather Hopper, can you hear me?
Okay, Heather said yes.
Okay. The Crocker Simply Southern Hello All. Welcome to our Halloween special tonight. We have several guests and we're going to introduce them one by one. But first, what I want to do is tell you a little bit about the subdivision that we live in.
We need to tell them about the story of Lord Jarrett Crocker and Quail Hollow Estates.
That's true. Rhonda and I will share with you the history of Quail Hollow Estates and a little town in Texas that was established in the 1900s. We've lived in Quail Hollow for 6 years now, and we started doing research on the history of the land here. We found some pretty interesting stories that had us, well, baffled as well as scared, to say the least. It's a story of murder, a story of money, where a mysterious few are found out of reach of the law and those who seek justice. A land baron by the name of Lord Jarrett Crocker in the 1900s started it all. He was a millionaire that first purchased Quail Hollow May 22nd, 1918. He promised a beautiful young lady by the name of Shannon that if she would leave her husband, Roger, he would make her rich beyond her wildest dreams. Well, that was just too intriguing for Shannon. She was raised under modest means. She was tempted by what Jared told her, but she still said no. But Jared, if you know Jared like we know Jared, he would not stop there. He purchased a big, beautiful home, and he hired servants to wait and hand and foot for Shannon. Well, that broke her down a little bit. With time, Shannon gave in to the temptation, and she packed her bags to move into Texas. Well, time passed by, and what would you say, Rhonda? She was there for about 10 years?
Yes, she was very happy.
And although she was never fully happy, she was with Roger. That's what really made her happy. But now she was finally rich, and she bought designer clothes from France, and she bought imported wine and caviar. She was living the high life, wasn't she?
Yes.
She gave birth to 2 children, Matt and Jason. They were mean little demon seeds, but they were the apple of their mama's eye. Shannon one day put an ad in the local paper when the kids got a little bit too much. She put it in the Quail Hollow News in the 1900s, looking for a nanny. She was wanting someone to help her care for the boys. Well, she got more than she bargained for. A pretty young girl by the name of Nora showed up at Shannon's home. She was greeted, though, by Lord Jarrett. Jared interviewed this young girl and never told Shannon she was there. To add insult to injury, Jared set up several rendezvous with Nora. They would meet in different places and then finally settled on the same town at the same hotel. And they became very well known by all the staff. Their affair lasted, I would guess, what do you say, Rhonda? Was it 2 years?
2 years.
Yeah. Then karma showed up. And you know what they say about karma. One of Shannon's high society friends, Rhonda, I believe her name was Rhonda Howard, just like you. Maybe it was a relative. Saw Nora and Jared in a passionate embrace and couldn't wait to tell Shannon. Shannon couldn't believe her ears.
It's because she was a loyal friend.
Yes, she was. How could he do this? Shannon said. I left a perfectly beautiful, stable home and a good man that truly loved me, only to come here and be betrayed. No, it can't be. It can't be true. What have I done? Shannon didn't tell Jared of the affair. Imagine not. But she secretly followed him and wanted to see for herself. When she verified her worst nightmare, she was filled with so much anger she couldn't control it any longer, and she started planning her revenge. Shannon and Rhonda arranged a meeting with Nora to set up a potential money-making opportunity at a hotel where Shannon first saw the two of them together. After that meeting, Nora was never seen from again. It was almost 3 weeks later they found Nora's body, but it wasn't actually Nora anymore. She was found chopped to bits in room 13 in the same hotel where Jared and Nora had met. Police immediately started questioning Jared about the murders. He was the obvious suspect. He firmly denied the knowledge of her disappearance, especially her murder. The motel owner told authorities of Jared and Nora's frequent stays at their hotel. Some friend he was. Jared was placed under arrest and in a month, 1 month, was released from prison. All charges were dropped. You see, money can buy a lot of things, including witness testimony. Then enters Randall McKissick to the picture. He testified that he and Jared were drinking into the wee hours of the night at the McKissick's home. Randall McKissick's statement solidified Jared's alibi, ensuring that Jared would be set free and never do a moment of time. Shannon was so overcome with anger when she heard that her husband was released after what he had done. She had picked up an axe and she went to his home. She wasn't going to let him leave alive. As soon as he came to the door, she began chopping and chopping and chopping at his body. He screamed in pain. "Shannon, no, please. I'm so sorry. Please don't kill me." But it was only seconds when she delivered that final blow that took his life. And Jared Crocker, the Lord Jared Crocker, was no more. Shannon was not through, though. She was filled with rage. She went on a killing rampage that has never been seen in the history of man. She felt that everyone was laughing at her and making fun and pointing, and she couldn't have it. She came upon a wedding ceremony and shattered the dreams of a beautiful bride. The beautiful bride's name was Julie. She was dressed in golden and white. Shannon came up behind her just before her wedding vows and chopped her in the back. With one final blow, she sliced her heart. Shannon was not going to let anyone be happy if she couldn't be happy. She walked down the street, killing anyone in her path. She killed so many people, she didn't even remember picking up the axe. That night, Shannon left a trail of devastation and horror that will be remembered for centuries. You see, it was October 31st, 1928, Halloween night. To this day, the descendants of Randall McKissick still watch over that old cemetery. They keep not only the living out, but they keep the dead in. The McKissick family always felt responsible for Shannon's killing spree. They were ridden with guilt, and they vowed to watch over that cemetery for the rest of their days, as long as a McKissick male lived. Well, on Halloween night, Julie the bride, dressed in gold and white, is said to roam the grounds of Quail Hollow, searching for her forever love. People have reported hearing the screams of Jared Crocker as he pleads for Shannon to show mercy. But there is no mercy. But the most disturbing picture of all is that Shannon's anger is alive today in Quail Hollow and is seen every Halloween since that night as she slashes away her pain and her betrayal at anyone in her path, just like she did that Halloween night of 1928. Shannon may have passed away, but her soul will never know peace. Rhonda,
Let's take him to the cemetery.
let's go. Let's walk through the cemetery. Okay. Let's try to find
the
caretaker, Randall McKissick. He might be able to tell us a little bit about the history from his angle. Oh gosh, it's scary just walking out here. See that fire?
Yeah.
Let's go over to that fire.
You think the caretaker's there?
Wait a minute. Wait, I said, don't go too fast. You know what they say about this place. Oh my God. Okay. Are you okay, Rhonda?
Yes.
All right.
I'm looking for the caretaker.
Sir?
I've been expecting you.
What's your name?
I'm Randall McKissick.
Randall McKissick?
The Randall McKissick. Great-great-great-grandson of John Randall McKissick.
Wow. I never thought we'd be able to really meet you.
Yep, I'm still alive and well.
Let me get this map. I want this to be heard. Hang on just a second. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm alive and well, watching over this cemetery. I don't let anybody in, except for maybe you two, but I dang sure don't let anybody out.
Is it true that people really roam in the cemetery that were killed in the 1900s?
Well,
have people really seen them?
Take a look for yourself. It's Halloween night, so they're abundant tonight.
It's so dark out here. Oh, wait a minute. What was that?
Oh, could that be the bride?
No way. That's all just lead.
That looks like...
What did Shannon look like?
She was a wild-haired woman dressed in fancy clothes.
Oh, gosh.
Striped leg stockings.
Oh, man. Well, tell me, caretaker, do you really believe it? The great-great-grandfather was out here. You've been out here 60 years.
60 years, 62 years.
Wasn't there a fire like in 1950 that destroyed a lot of the tombstones?
Destroyed a lot of the cemetery, yes. But we've restored some of it as best we could.
Wow.
So let's walk along now and I'll show you some of the surviving graves.
You don't mind?
Not at all.
That would be
awesome. We'll have to make it quick though, because they're, like I said, they're out in abundance tonight. So follow me.
Have you had any strange happenings where people got hurt or injured?
Only if they trip over a pothole or a dug-up grave.
Okay.
So be mindful of that.
All right. So the graves aren't all marked because of the fire.
Correct. But this one here,
This one.
yes, this is my great grandfather's grave. May he rest in peace.
What was his name?
John Keith McKissick.
John Keith McKissick.
Yes, sir.
And how did his grave tombstone survive? Is it iron?
Well, back in those days, yes, they made the tombstones out of iron. So it withstood a lot of fire and brimstone.
Wow.
So.
And he was the first one to watch over Quail Hollow?
Yes, sir. He was the first when this colony was first developed, many, many years ago. He was the first one to be buried in this cemetery.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting.
And if you'll look there to your right, you'll see the grave of Lord Jared. And people say that sometimes you can see the body laying there, but I guess you have to have a keen eye for that.
I don't see a body. I just see the tombstone. It says rest in peace, and in fine print down at the bottom, Jared Crocker.
Yeah, the body that people say they see is all decrepit and worm-eaten and...
Well, he's been buried since 28?
Yes, sir.
Good gosh.
I wonder if Shannon's going to come back.
Yeah, she comes back from time to time.
Oh, I hear screams.
I don't see anything. What are y'all talking about?
I don't see anything, but I hear.
There's one right here. This tombstone right here is it says RIP on it, so
Show like that.
let's move along over here, and I'll show you the grave of both Julie. She's the bride that died that night, and people say that sometimes.
Whoa, wait a minute. What's that over there on the right?
I
don't see anything. Do you see something?
My mind might be playing tricks on me, but I swear I'd see something walking over there in gold. Oh my God.
Well, come
That
along.
can't be real.
Come along with me and I'll show you her grave.
Do you have a lot of pranksters out here?
Yes.
You've got her grave over
From
here?
time to time. Yes, her grave is right here, and she doesn't like to be tampered with very much. Sometimes she's a trickster. So sometimes she will play some tricks on me every once in a while. And
What was that?
What happened?
What happened?
I think that old Miss tricks.
We heard she's always looking for her forever love.
Yeah. Maybe he's here. We don't know.
Good grief. That is so weird.
But yeah, that's long now.
Good
What
God.
was that?
Well,
that-
it's starting to
It sounds like wild dogs. You have wild dogs out
it's
here?
starting to get active here now, so we need to move along.
I can almost feel like we're being followed.
Yeah, I get that feeling a lot. Let me stick my fire here right quick. I'm gonna be out here all night.
Over there, Tom,
Where?
by that tree. It's like a ghost.
No, there's no such thing as ghosts.
I beg to differ.
I don't mean to be disrespectful. It's just, I don't know if I've actually seen a ghost.
This final grave here.
Oh, Rhonda, I see her.
I know.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
And what is
Whoa, look at that.
She's evil looking.
Oh my God, she's floating in the air. No, this can't be real. Oh my God. Even Jogie's scared of her, our dog. Can we get close to her? Do you think it's safe? I don't know. I don't like it. I'm not going to stay over here. That's too weird.
Tell us more about this tombstone.
Oh, God.
Good.
Okay.
My health is failing me. I need a successor.
How do you stay out here all night?
Well, it gets awfully cold. That's why I have the fire to
It
keep
gets
you
down
warm.
to 30 degrees.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm well dressed for it.
All right.
But this
Oh,
final-
here's another one.
This final grave here. To be honest with you, there was no markings, no name, but the gravestone survived the fire.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So I reburied the tomb and put the stone up. So that might be what you call the unknown.
We have a
Tombstone.
lot of people watching tonight, and I was wondering if you wouldn't mind answering a question they might have.
I'll
Does
do my
anyone
best.
out there have any questions of Randall McKissick, the caretaker of the cemetery?
I'll do my best. You can pretty much ask me anything. I'll tell you the truth.
Put the camera on.
How long ago did what? How long ago did you die, Randall?
I'm still very much alive.
Yeah, I didn't think you were dead, but
I'm
maybe
just
she means your great grandfather.
My
That was in
great-great-grandfather
that was in
1928.
1928. Yeah. Well,
I thought I saw Shannon.
oh my God.
I think I did.
What?
I think I saw her. She had the axe and everything.
There's no Shannon here. I don't think Shannon's out.
I think I saw him.
I don't think so.
I
Visit
saw
from
her.
time to time.
Yes.
There's that golden lady again. That's the one I'm seeing. I'm not seeing Shannon yet. We're gonna walk through out here where, Rhonda, let's go out here where the graves aren't marked. Randall McKissick, would you come with us?
Absolutely.
Wants us to do that.